Hiya folks, it's Kikoskia here. This video contains scenes that may not be suitable for people who suffer from epilepsy. Please keep this in mind if you choose to watch this video. Thank you, and on with saving Britannia! And Avatar tax, because of course! Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Ultima 9 Ascension, and when last we left off, we're currently in the Dungeon Shame, and we've run afoul of this puzzle here. I couldn't figure out what I had to do with these different coloured statues. There are two buttons. This button makes them rotate in an anti-clockwise pattern colour-wise, and this button lets us look at the giant statue that's above us, which is a sort of greyish colour. Now, though we can see this, that is not important for this puzzle. What is important for this puzzle is that when you initially come here, the white statue is here, and the black statue is there. Well, it's not actually there, but for the purpose of the position of the colours, it's there. What we need to do is we need to turn each and every one of these statues black, which means that the different colour potions is a red herring, though I'm not going to say no to all of these potions. I'm going to press this purple button here, which will make everything rotate, and then activate the statues. If you're very quick, you can do it as the colour shifts from one statue to another, and eventually you will have done all of them. You can't do it there because there is no statue, but once you've done it here, suddenly there is a rave in the Dungeon Shame. Dance, Avatar, dance! Dance for the statue's amusement! Okay, no more dancing. Once we press this one, we have done the puzzle, and we've got our reward, which is one of these globes. Now, if you remember, on the other side of the dungeon, there was a thing to hold that globe. So we're going to make our way over to there. Ignore that puzzle. Ignore this puzzle, which is firing a fireball at us. And then we need to get through here. And not there, because that's not the way we want to go. We want to head to the other side, which involves our bow and arrow. So let's fire, and hope that we can get through. No, the game's decided we're not going to get through this time. Maybe next time. Let's give it another go. Run, Avatar, run! And now we are through. Marvellous. Let's put away our sword. We're not going to need it yet. I say yet because we will eventually need it, and we are going to save. And I'm going to double check what number we're on. 77. It's a long one, but then again, it's an Ultima game. That is not surprising. There we go. We now want to be very careful and not stand on any of the red here, because the red will get us into trouble. And we want to head to this little alcove, which we opened up before, which has that pedestal. We put this here. It'll get pulled over with magic. And with that, you could see if you looked closely there that those could move, and we have created some stairs, which will lead us to the upper part of this dungeon. Now we need to look about. There is a binding circle there. There's also one of those eye statues there. And a button. The button is important. The button will reveal this. It's all starting to come back to me now. And now we get to see why I thought this statue was so important. Because it is very important. It gets us to where we need to be. Also, there is a barrier there. And say goodbye to that. Now, we want to get rid of that barrier. And the way we... Careful. The way we do that, I think, is by pressing this button. There we go. Button has been pressed, and there is a red light there. We want to get to that red light. But carefully, so that we do not attract the ire of this guardian. Jump over, jump over. Walk into it, and now we glow with a red light. And we very quickly want to get over to... Ooh, careful. Very want to quickly get over to here, and... Now the statue is red. We are 1/3 of the way towards solving this puzzle. what we want to do is we want to take 3 different coloured lights, a blue light, a yellow light, and a red light, and make that statue white as opposed to grey. Now that leads over to... Whoop, careful. That leads over to there. We actually want to go over to... Oh, we got hit there, but not for a lot. We want to go over to here and walk into the blue light. We could see this from the statue puzzle room there. Now we want to be careful, because these have a huge range, and... Can I see the eye through the shield there? I can. That is not how that should be, but either way, I'm going to jump over to here, and then here, and then here. Best to be careful, because I think if you get hit, you lose the colour that you're holding. Now it is purple. Now we need to find the yellow one. The yellow one is over there. Now getting over to there is going to be tricky. But to get there takes not jumping, but paying attention to your surroundings, because there is this set of stairs that leads to the most peculiarly placed rug I've ever seen, but more importantly, to a switch. And that switch, if we press it, can we press it from here? We can't seem to press it. There we go, we can press it now! Just had to be in the right place. It makes another one of those, lift things, and we are shown the room that it is over so that we, can quickly work out where it is. It is quite a ways away. So let us work towards it. And avoid those fireballs, because no thank you to fireballs. The thing we want is over here. Let's make our way over quickly. And over we go! We have to watch out for that there. That is a problem. Let's quickly go over here, because that is going to head back. And now we have to get back over to there, but not get hit by anything. So we could go that way, but it's actually safer to go this way down here and make our way back the long way. I'm sure there's probably a way that you can jump to get to that, but I am instead going to just go this way round. And over to those stairs. Then we'll have to press that button and take the other lift to where we need to go. For a moment there I thought that pedestal was an enemy. It's not an enemy. This dungeon is actually quite sparse when it comes to enemies. For now. There's going to be an enemy soon enough though. A pretty difficult one at that. Also that lift, it remains there. Not that we're going to be using it anymore, because we have what we need. And pressing that makes it a white statue and turns the place where the statue is into a teleporter. Now we are going to save. We're not just going to save. We're going to be very careful in observing our surroundings, because we are stuck in a crystal barrier. Down there is a worm guard. Down there is something we definitely want. And we need to get out of here so that we can get that and defeat the worm guard and get the glyph. But how are we going to do that? We're stuck. There's no way out. If only there was some way to dispel...
Welcome. Speak now the mantra of honor.
Oh yeah, what Dupre told us, that we need to speak the mantra to the barrier and it will disappear. And the mantra is some. With that, it fades away. And we could head over to there, but we have a place we need to go first, which is this way, to get this. Now, we've been using this sword for a very long time, but it's finally time to replace this sword, for we now have the lightning blade. Now look at that attack strength. It is ridiculous, and it deals lightning damage, which is very cool. But even that is going to potentially not be enough against this opponent that is guarding the glyph. Because this is a truly dangerous worm guard. This is the worm guard that I typically use a glass sword against, because this foe can just deal a huge amount of damage very quickly. The other thing that this foe can do is crash the game once you defeat them. But defeating them is quite a challenge. If we're going to prevail, we're going to need to employ strategy, and we're going to need to use this ridiculously powerful weapon. First things first, let's have a conversation.
Well, well, well. The great Avatar has finally come into my dungeon. I had thought that perhaps one of my brothers or sisters would have killed you by now, but I see that is not the case. All the better. For now, I'll get to kill you. The other worm guard you have faced were soft, Avatar. After all, most of them were once your companions. Now you face a true worm guard. A worm guard who will send you to your miserable death.
We'll see about that. Have at thee! Also, that's not how you hold a shield, but even with a peculiar shield usage, this worm guard hits really, really hard with that weapon. These blows haven't been that mighty so far, but they are now happening with great regularity, and we need to quickly move away and heal. Fortunately, like many foes, she does not move very quickly, and we can catch her on this rock. In fact, it looks like she's about to give up. You shouldn't give up. You should come and have at thee with me. With that healing done, we will prevail, and we will get a nice shield. That's a kite shield. It's better than the shield we currently have, so we will drop this on the... Oh, actually, we'll wait, because moving things in your inventory while this cutscene starts is a good way to crash the game. So, wait until that's done, and then put things down. We'll take this shield. Chances are not high that we're going to use it, but it is the best non-magical shield in the game. Now, there's some food here if we need it. There's a, what have we got here? There is a turkey leg, and an onion, and a bottle of whiskey. There's also a teleporter there if you need to return back to the previous room, and we will need to return back to the previous room eventually. But not before we get what we came here for. This. The Glyph of Honor. Also, loading in this room means that you don't hear the sound of the column, which I most certainly appreciate, because that column is quite loud. Now, let us make a bit of room, and the best way to make a bit of room is to drop a potion. And this potion will be fine, because we also need that chalice. So let's teleport back into this area, and avoid fireballs that are going to try and get us, and return back to the room with the column. And we can now hear the column. We want to go this way now. Jump on these crystal platforms and head to the north, where we are going to find someone very familiar. Once we go around here. Blackthorn. This is not where we're going to have our awesome final confrontation. Not yet. Remember what the Gypsy and Minox said? Instead, Blackthorn's going to try and cut a deal.
Hello, Avatar. Blackthorn. Wait a moment, hero. I didn't come here to fight you. As you can see, I have something that you need. As it turns out, you have something that I need as well, namely the red and blue lenses. Therefore, I propose a trade. The lenses for the chalice.
This is a definite programming oversight here. Why? Because we shouldn't even have the option to hand over the lenses, because we don't have them on our person. And yet, the choice is here. And I know what you're thinking. You'll select this, and then Blackthorn will go, What, do you think I'm a fool? You don't have the lenses! No, that is not what happens if you select this. If you select this, the game presumes that you have them in your inventory, and the dialogue continues. Though not for very long. Before we say no, let's ask why Blackthorn needs the lenses. Why does Blackthorn need to read the Codex of Ultimate Wisdom?
Why do you want the lenses?
The pursuit of knowledge, that's all. The Codex is the key to understanding the world. Knowledge, Avatar, that is all that I seek. Come now, give me the lenses. I'll give you the chalice and we can both be on our way. It's the only way that you'll get the chalice.
This is something that is actually quite true to Blackthorn, because in Ultima 5, Blackthorn is trying to become an avatar himself, and he needs knowledge to do so. He needs knowledge of the mantras, mainly. And you have the option of giving them to him when you're captured, though you really shouldn't. You really shouldn't be getting captured, but that's besides the point. We're not going to be doing any deals with Blackthorn, though. Giving Blackthorn access to the Codex of Ultimate Wisdom, and by extension the Guardian, is a terrible idea.
No deal. You won't get anything from me, Blackthorn.
Come now, Avatar. Be reasonable. You need this chalice, while I merely want the lenses. Who will suffer the most from your stubbornness?
We are not doing this. You're trying to persuade us. That's because, as is pretty obvious, this deal benefits you a lot more than it benefits us. In fact, it doesn't benefit us at all, so no.
Are you out of your mind? You're not getting the lenses.
Very well. See what your stubborn refusal has earned you. Let's see how you succeed in your quest now. You'll never cleanse the shrine of...
We'll see who's failed, Blackthorn.
A dialogue cut off there. It shouldn't have. And now we have a problem. Because we don't have the sigil anymore. It's gone. There are all these chalices here. Chalices? Is there a plural to chalice apart from chalices? No, it's probably just chalices. So we can't cleanse the shrine anymore. Darn it. Potential chalice of honor. Potential chalice of honor? Why don't I just take one of these? You found a chalice. Why don't I just put it here? But what will this do? Let's find out. It does nothing. Curious. If we... No, it doesn't do anything. So hopefully that is going to be enough. It's a potential chalice. Oh.
Hello again, old friend. There is trouble with the chalice, is there not?
Yes, Blackthorn destroyed the chalice. What can I do now?
You are mistaken, Avatar. Blackthorn did not destroy the chalice. He only destroyed its symbol. The chalice of honor is not a cup, nor any other physical thing. The chalice of honor is the pure embodiment of the honor of the people of Trinzik. Blackthorn destroyed only the symbol of the chalice, a crude physical object that represented the true chalice, which is an idea.
What do I do now?
The honor of the people had been lost, but not destroyed. You must choose another chalice from within this room. Take that chalice back to the people of Trinzik and make them see that their honor is not lost. When the people understand this, the chalice will be imbued with their honor, the honor of the city. This will not be easy, for the people have lost their way. But when it is done, they will again have their sacred symbol of honor.
Very well. I will do this.
I know that you will, my friend. Walk with the virtues, Avatar. Goodbye, dear friend.
So long, Dupre, and thanks for those words of counsel. I really like this part of Ultima 9. The fact that the sigil of honor is just a crude embodiment of the virtue. And the virtue itself is an idea that can never be destroyed, like Blackthorn tried to do so with the chalice. I like to think that every virtue's sigil is the same. If you destroyed the quill, or the shepherd's crook, or the heart, it wouldn't matter, because the idea of the virtue would endure. And also, something that somebody mentioned that I totally forgot about is that Dupre is not bound to both the serpents. Dupre is only bound to the Chaos Serpent. But that is a minor thing, I got it mostly right. And now we have a new sigil. Potentially. It's not yet the Chalice of Honor, but it's a potential Chalice of Honor. And eventually, it will become that. But we need to make the people of Trinsic believe that it is that. And to do that, we have to leave the Dungeon Shame. We have done everything that we can here. And fortunately, the exit is right here. So, we just walk through here, through this door, and we're out. And so, when we come back, folks, we will head back to Trinsic, where we have a hard task ahead of us, because we have to persuade the people of Trinsic that they haven't lost their honor, and that they can easily regain it by simply believing in the virtue once more. And also with the cleansing of the shrine, but if they can regain their honor enough that the chalice becomes the Chalice of Honor once more, we can cleanse the shrine. And so, when we come back, folks, we have to return to Trinsic. There may also be a goodie that we collect along the way, and I've just realised that this lightning sword is clipping through our back in a way that looks very painful. Good thing the avatar isn't taking any damage. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.